Hey everybody, Scott Spreitzer here from DocSports.com, and welcome to the update for Tuesday, August 28th, 2018. We've got a free pick coming up in Tuesday's baseball in a moment. First, a quick note, if you've yet to become a member over at DocSports.com, you know the drill. You click on the link below the video and set yourself up for a free $60 account on Tuesday. Also wanted to mention a couple of news and notes about our podcast tonight, Tuesday night, at about 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. Indian Cowboy, you know him from DocSports.com, of course. But Indian Cowboy and I will kick off a new podcast, Vegas Beats Bet on It. It's pretty cool. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a rapid-fire show, me and IC, and we'll have that posted as soon as possible. That podcast, again, available on Tuesday night. And on Wednesday, I'm going to do another podcast. This time, the Vegas Beat will be myself, Tony George, Alan Harris, again, other guys also from the DocSports.com family. And again, those two podcasts will be available each and every week. And we're going to have guest bookmakers on. We're going to have guests from around the sports betting world, but also from outside the sports betting world. Guys like Aaron Brewski, NBA writer. We've had, in fact, a lot of the podcasts that I've done, we always have at least one featured guest who comes from outside the sports betting world to let everybody know what's going on with certain teams and certain locales, whether it be NFL or college football. We've got a person coming on the show who does a show back in Lincoln, Nebraska each and every week, and he's going to talk a little bit about what's going on with the Cornhuskers with Scott Frost in his first season as head coach. And also we're going to bring him on because that line move has been one of the bigger line moves of week one. They've gone from as low as 20 up to as high as 24.5 have the Huskers. So that's all planned out over the next couple of days. We'll fill you in more on these video updates every single night. Again, Tuesday night we kick things off with Bet on It with me and Indian Cowboy. And on Wednesday, we'll have me, Tony George, Alan Harris in studio. And that, of course, will be the Vegas Beat. And that'll be done on Wednesday night. Wanted to mention also real quickly about what's going on at DocSports.com for me on Tuesday. Going to have Major League Baseball, another big play. We cashed again yesterday, last night with the Cubs, and that makes us now 17-6 in the month of August in Major League Baseball. We're up over $5,300 this month alone in Major League Baseball. Another big play going in baseball on Tuesday's card. Again, that'll be up after 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 8:30 a.m. Pacific. College football, NFL packages, they're available right now at DocSports.com. We're just a couple of days away now from week one, official week one in college football. And, of course, this weekend, a whole slew of games. You can look at the scroll down below and see what our records are over the past few seasons in college football and the NFL. We're real proud of those records and our top 20 finish over at the Westgate Superbook a couple years ago in the NFL. Over 1,400 competitors in that particular year. So anyway, check it out. The football package is available right now at DocSports.com. The baseball play available Tuesday after 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. College football news for the upcoming week. We thought we'd cover a couple of games that we've seen some big line moves, and I mentioned the Huskers, one of the big line moves over Akron. But the latest news, not promising for Nebraska. They've got to stay healthy with their starting quarterback, the true freshman Martinez, who has been named the starting quarterback. And as soon as he was named as the starter by Scott Frost, their backup, kid by the name of Gebbia, who was an ESPN blue chipper, but was recruited by the previous regime, he decided, well, he couldn't win the starting job, so he's decided to leave school, leave the team, and look elsewhere. And here's what's happened. We've seen that line still go up, 24.5 on the Huskers. But I tell you what, they cannot afford an injury now at quarterback. No two ways about it. Very thin. Northern Illinois continues to get action against the Iowa Hawkeyes. That line was as high as 14.5 a while back. It's now down to 10 in some books. Listen, Iowa's got a few bumps and bruises, but this line seems to be getting a little bit out of hand with everybody coming in on the Northern Illinois Huskies. Michigan, they lost their star wide receiver, Tarek Black, one of the best talents on this Michigan team, arguably the best wide receiver that Jim Harbaugh has on his roster. He injured his foot. He's listed as out indefinitely. I know some sites are saying that he's questionable. Well, Michigan is saying that he's going to be out not only for this game, but looks like he's going to be out for a few weeks. Of course, they're at Notre Dame this weekend. What a crazy line situation in that particular game. You'll remember the South Point opened the Irish a 7-point favorite with their Game of the Year lines way back in May. And Michigan, just not too long ago, was as much as a 2.5-point favorite. 9.5-point line adjustment. And now over the last 18 hours, 24 hours tops, especially with the news of Black coming out of wide receiver, Notre Dame now the favorite in a lot of books. They're a 1-point favorite. A few books they're picking. But Michigan definitely no longer laying 2.5 points. It doesn't look like it's going to get to 3 like we were hoping a couple of months ago. And that's the news. The latest news on a couple of the games with the big movement in college football. We'll continue to update some of these games each and every day as we get closer to Saturday. All right, let's get to our free play in baseball on Tuesday in a second. Quick reminder, Major League Baseball up over 5,300 in August. Tuesday's play available after 11:30 a.m. Eastern. And be sure to check out those football packages over at DocSports.com. Already off to a 1-0 start in college football with Wyoming over New Mexico State. Free Tuesday baseball, Cincinnati, well, they get to face Junior Guerra when they host the Milwaukee Brewers on Tuesday, and Guerra's got that 5.76 ERA on the road, 5.09 ERA in the month of August overall. They've lost, by the way, Guerra's last 3 starts, and he's really been touched up. 14 runs, although a few of those were unearned, but 14 runs allowed and 19 hits in his last 9 innings spanning just 2 starts. 6.75 ERA for Guerra at Great American Ballpark the last 3 years before giving up 4 runs, by the way, on 8 hits in 6 innings at this park at Cincinnati earlier this year. Anthony DeSclafani is going to counter for the Reds, and he's probably the brightest spot for the Cincinnati Reds in 2018. He's got a nice 1.95 ERA in the month of August. Brewers come in having won just 3 of the last 10 on the road. We're going to back the Cincinnati Reds on Tuesday, your free play. The Reds, and again, that matchup, DeSclafani over Guerra. All right, listen, if you like what you see, click on that thumbs up button. Be sure to subscribe. We appreciate those who have done so thus far. We're going to be right back here on a Wednesday morning, 4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific time. We'll have our next free play. Let's put Tuesday in the win column. Don't forget about the podcast Tuesday and Wednesday. And again, I'll be right back here Wednesday morning. Scott Spreitzer, DocSports.com.